I'm Clint Engel with Furniture Today, and I'm here with Kim Yost, CEO of Art Van Furniture, and Art Van Elslander, founder and chairman. And we're here at the Downers Grove store, which is opening. It's the largest store for Art Van, opening August 1st, right after a big party. And I wanted to ask you, Art, a couple of questions about just, you've been here.
You're going to ask me about Jennifer Hudson?
Yeah.
I just thought that people may want to come and see Jennifer as well. I mean, I knew a lot of people would come and see Kim and I in the store. We thought Jennifer might be a little bit of an attraction as well.
How many people are you expecting that night?
Well, we actually cut it off at 1,000. We had several more that wanted to come, and we just couldn't possibly handle it.
I wanted to ask you about Chicago in general. I know you've been here a couple of years now, but I was wondering about why you decided to enter this market and what's the genesis of it?
Well, that's a great question. You know, my brother and I, Bobby passed away several years ago, but when he was with me, we would take the last night of market, the Chicago market, and have dinner together. And we always said, someday we're going to come to Chicago and open. It's a sister state. We love it. We love Chicago, love everything about it. And someday we're going to open in Chicago. And to see this come to fruition today is really kind of a dream come true.
And Kim, when I visited with you when the first store opened 2 years ago, you talked about you saw Art Van. You were counting on a 10% market share, which I think would have been over $200 million. I know you're only halfway or less in your expansion here, but where are you in that market share effort?
Well, think about the stores that are on the pipeline right now that Mr. Van spoke about earlier. We're halfway to our goal. And that goal will be achieved. We have a roadmap to our 2008, so that's 16, 17, and 18. Given all the great things that they continue to fall in place as they have, we see that by no later than the fall of 2018.
For a 10% market share, and how about overall? You've also talked about this was 2 years ago, a 3 to 5 year plan for $1 billion in sales.
Well, maybe Mr. Van can tell you that that's going to be one of the greatest moments in our 55-year history today is this $1 billion milestone. And why $1 billion? Well, it's a great number, you know, it's a milestone, but it's within our grasp. And we have a business plan within the fall of 2018, God willing, everything will come into place at that time.
You also had talked about flanking the stores with Pure Sleep stores. I think you had planned on having them by now back in the early stages. Has that plan changed?
No, it hasn't. We put a store on Pure Sleep, what we call our freestanding, right down the street on Cicero in what we call Bedford Park as proof of concept. And that store is doing well. This is a very competitive bedding market. When you talk to our president, David Van, who's spearheading not only our same-store growth, but our new store growth, he will tell you with the purchase of Back to Bed and Bedding Expert with Mattress Firm and the amount of stores that Sleepy's has, this is a very competitive market. But here's the interesting thing about Pure Sleep. Our proofs of concept for our new freestanding store, it's been a great success. Our in-store experiences have been a great success. So we know that our secret sauce, which David can talk about in great detail, really separates us for Pure Sleep. There is no other Pure Sleep concept in Chicago or in really North America that we can speak of.
I'll go on a limb a little bit and tell you that my very good friend Gary Fazio called me yesterday and announced to us his retirement. And he also told me that he thought we had the greatest thing with Pure Sleep that there is in both freestanding and bedding stores in the country. And coming from Gary, that was a terrific statement. But in addition to that, he told me that so many people have talked to him about the franchise, and that the country was wide open for us to expand our Pure Sleep stores.
One more question, and then I'll let you guys go. But you've talked about the 3 C's, the other markets you're looking at in Ohio, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Columbus, and I think you've mentioned Indianapolis recently. Can you tell me where you are in that plan? Are there any announcements, any timing and locations yet?
Well, 3 things, Clint. One is we're going to develop the 250-mile radius around our 1.1 million distribution center. It should be recognized for your listeners and readers that we're investing well over $10 million in adding 140,000 square feet to our main distribution center. It brings it up to 1,140,000 square feet. That distribution center has the ability to reach that $1 billion within that 250-mile radius. So the stores and the cities that you described are all within the next 36 months. It's going to be a very interesting time, a very exciting time for Art Van over from now till the end of 2018.
Any announcements?
No, not today. Hey, this announcement here, Downers Grove, Jennifer Hudson, she's coming. We're going to be opening on August the 1st. That's a big announcement for today.
Okay, thank you both for taking the time on a busy.
I can tell you one thing in closing. If I were a younger man, I'd be running this place.
Thank you both.